Ever pondered why an apple falls straight down from a tree and not sideways? Or how a magnet attracts certain objects? The answer lies in an invisible and yet omnipresent phenomenon known as force. Force, as simple as it may sound, is a complex concept that plays a pivotal role in our daily lives. It's the push or pull on an object, causing it to move, stop, change direction, or even change shape. But did you know there are different types of forces at work all around us? First up, we have the gravitational force. This is the force that keeps us grounded, quite literally. It's the force that the Earth exerts on all objects, pulling them towards its center. It's why when you jump, you don't float away into space but come back down. It's the force that makes apples fall from trees and rain from the sky. Next, we have frictional force. This force acts in the opposite direction of motion. Imagine sliding a book across a table. The force that slows down the book and eventually stops it, that's frictional force. It's what makes your car tires grip the road and your shoes grip the floor. Moving on, we have the magnetic force. This force can either attract or repel. It's the force that makes a compass needle point north, or the force that draws paper clips to a magnet. It's a unique force because it can work over a distance without any physical contact. Then we have the electrical force. This is a bit like magnetic force, but it acts between charged particles. It can also attract or repel. It's the force that keeps electrons whizzing around the nucleus in an atom. It's also the force that causes static electricity, like when your hair stands on end after you take off a woolly hat. Finally, we have the nuclear force. This force is the strongest of them all, and it acts within the nucleus of an atom, binding protons and neutrons together. It's the force that powers the sun and other stars, and it's the force behind nuclear energy. So, let's recap. We've talked about 5 different types of forces. Gravitational force, which pulls objects towards the center of the Earth. Frictional force, which opposes motion and slows down objects. Magnetic and electrical forces, which can both attract and repel, with magnetic force acting on certain metals and electrical force acting on charged particles. And finally, nuclear force, the strongest force that binds the particles within an atom's nucleus. These forces, invisible yet powerful, shape our world and our universe, governing the motion of everything from the smallest atom to the largest galaxy. They are the unseen hands that mold our reality, the silent puppeteers pulling the strings of the universe. So the next time you catch a falling apple or feel the pull of a magnet, remember, it's all thanks to the fascinating world of forces.